Namaste and welcome everyone. I can see that it is just me here this evening, which is absolutely fine. And I think I'm still going to record the class that I wanted to do. It's going to be related to our 5 Koshas workshop that I held on Friday. So if you haven't seen that workshop, head over to the Yoga Awakening Africa website or Facebook page and go grab the workshop. It's for free and it really is very interesting. I'll actually just share kind of what it is all about, the 5 koshas. So you'll see this image in the workshop that I talk about, and it says, and it's pretty much that we are made up of 5 layers. So it's our physical being, then we've got the pranamaya kosha, which is the energetic layer. We have got our, let me just see if I can change this quickly. That's fine. The energetic layer, we've got the manomaya kosha, which is the mental layer to us. We've got the vijnanamaya kosha, which is our intuitive sense. And then the anandamaya kosha, which is our kind of our bliss body or the bliss sheath. So these are the 5 koshas that we generally relate to when we talk about yoga. It's from the Vedas. And the class that I'm going to do with you this evening is going to be working with those 5 koshas. So we'll do a evening, Lian. Maybe it'll change. All right, so pretty much what we're going to be working with is the 5 koshas this evening. So we're going to learn how to maybe do a couple of practices that are going to nourish and restore the physical layer. We're going to do a couple of breathing practices that are going to nourish and restore our pranic layer. Then we'll do another breathing practice that is going to use a bit more mental awareness, that is going to work with our manomaya kosha, the mental sheath. Then we're going to do a little bit of a journaling practice. So make sure you've got a piece of paper or a journal and a pen nearby. We're either going to journal, or if you're more of an arty type of person, you prefer drawing, you're going to be doing that to work with our intuitive layer. And then we'll do a nice relaxation where hopefully we'll able to kind of connect to and just ease into that bliss state. So it's going to be kind of a very different type of yoga class for a change. And yeah, I hope that you're going to enjoy. So Lian, welcome. I think this is the first time you've joined us. I have no idea where everyone else is, but I am glad you are here and we are going to get cracking. So wonder why it keeps, there we go. Ah, there you are. Lovely. Great to see you. Cool. So let's start off by sitting nice and comfortably. There you go. Sit in whichever way works for you. And allow the eyes to close and observe the breath in the body. Just noticing it as it flows in. And noticing the breath as it flows up. Noticing that there is a sense of rising or a sense of fullness or a sense of expansion of the inhalation. A sense of releasing, contracting, emptying with the exhalation. Seeing what arises naturally for you. There's a feeling of you wanting to expand into the space around you. Maybe there's a feeling that you really need to let go. Kind of just subtly tuning in to what you're intuitively needing, kind of reaching for. If nothing is very apparent, don't stress about it, don't worry about it. Just follow the breath in and out. And now take 3 very mindful breaths. Inhaling, imagine breathing through all the koshas, all the layers of your being, from the very subtle to the gross, to the physical part of your being. And then as you exhale, imagine going all the way back in, all the way back into the most subtle. Connecting to consciousness, soul, spirit. Visualizing those 5 koshas, those 5 layers, those 5 sheaths. Lovely. And after those few very mindful breaths, I'm going to begin and start by allowing your chin to be drawn down into the chest, collarbones as you exhale. As you inhale, bringing the head back up. Doing that twice more. And this evening, keeping in mind kind of with the circular image of the koshas, we're going to do a lot of movements that are circular. So the next time the chin is tilted down, let it stay there. Then as you inhale, draw it along your left collarbone to the left. Lift the head a little, and without throwing your head back, just gently draw the chin kind of up towards the ceiling, across to the right, and very, very slowly down. So it's not a strong neck rotation. It's a very, very gentle, subtle movement where you're just observing, noticing if there's any areas of tightness or tension. Maybe you're also observing that your neck is a lot looser than it normally is. Feel as if you're drawing a very small circle. And then the next time your chin is over to the right, you take the kind of the circle, the head in the opposite direction. So lifting the chin, drawing that over to the left, down and around. Never forcing, never straining. Observing, noticing. So often we don't actually like to do neck circles in yoga. We don't like to do a full circle. So this is a full circle, but it is a very gentle kind of soft way. We're not going into a full complete circle in all directions. You're making sure that you're really only in the space of comfort. Good. And after that last one, bringing your head back to the center. You may want, if you're on a support, you may want to come off it, and you may want to just cross the legs the other way. And I'll take it into circles. So you can start off by leaning back a little, draw yourself over to the left, exhaling as you come forward. Inhaling as you open up into the chest, creating space in the abdomen. Exhaling as you come forward and around. And you're just continuing in your own time, moving easily and freely, maybe allowing the movements to become a little bigger. Hold into those shins or the knees. And then changing direction the other way. Noticing how the waist feels as you do these movements. Noticing how you're activating, working with that Annamaya Kosha, that physical body. Any kind of aches and pains, you're slowly starting to kind of unravel them, unwind. Let's move into shoulder circles this time. So visualizing those shoulders and visualizing kind of little wheels spinning as you move into the shoulders. And I must say, my shoulders feel nice and loose this evening, which is usually not the case with me. So hopefully you're managing to feel the same. Change direction. If not, hopefully this kind of movement will start to release into the shoulders nicely. Again, making them as big or as small as you would like. Take the arms out in front and take circles, doing circles with the wrists or working into the wrists, circling the hands. Again, noticing if there's any cracking, changing direction. Super. And release. Taking out the legs. You can have a little bit of a break. Grab hold of the right leg. I'm going to do inward circles with this right leg. So it feels, or you're kind of working into inward hip circles with this leg. You're not, the leg isn't doing work, kind of the hands are guiding the movement. So the leg is completely relaxed, the hip is relaxed. And then see if you can change it to outward hip circles, or the other way, completely matter. And again, noticing if maybe your lower body is feeling tighter than the upper body, or the upper body feeling tighter than the lower body. Again, changing sides, so working with the left leg, working kind of inward hip circles this time. What you might find is if the lower body is feeling a little stiff or tight, that maybe you've been spending a little bit too much time in your head or in the upper centers, change directions. And maybe if your upper body is quite tight, maybe you've been working a little too much in the lower part of the centers. Maybe you've been too stagnant. Maybe you've been kind of not moving around as much as you should be. Shaking out those legs. Hopefully you've done them in both directions. And then circle, working into rotating feet, working those ankles, and the other way. I have no idea what the temperature is where you are, but this morning at about 7:30 it was already 37 degrees in the shade. So it is hot, hot, hot here. Maybe that is why my body is feeling so open and kind of movable. We're going to come onto all fours. We'll start with a few classic cat stretches. So your knees can be under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Going into that movement as and when you feel ready. Noticing how the spine feels with that kind of undulation. And then if you feel you need to continue with the cat stretches, your Chakrabakasana, stay here. Otherwise, maybe take the knees a little wider apart and work into what I like to call your kind of cat rotations or circles. So you need to take the hips over towards the right, all the way back to the left. And then as you inhale, you can bring yourself forwards to the center, to the right, and again, back. You're circling, you're rotating into your cat stretch and really move into maybe really feeling that you're able to release through the sides of the body. Allow your neck to do any movement that it feels it needs to as you make it a very fluid, creative sensation feeling. So we're not going to be too restrictive in exactly how it needs to be done correctly or properly. We're going with how the body feels and what the body is craving. And then change direction. Same thing, we're just circling the other way. And again, really getting into how the physical body is feeling with the movement. As you're opening as you come forward and as you're exhaling and closing as you come back. There we go. And gently releasing. Super. Take a moment in Mandukasana or Balasana, your frog or your child's pose. Release the forehead to the mat or your hands and take a couple of breaths here. Surrendering, letting go. Noticing how the physical body feels right now. Super. Now as you check in with how you feel, the next section, the next part we're going to do, which is what I one of the practices I really love is the Surya Namaskar, salute to the sun. So we'll be doing a few rounds, and you adapt and you adjust it so that it works right for you this evening. So when you're ready, slowly uncurl, coming back. If you need to lean back to drain the sinuses, go ahead and do so. And then coming all the way up, standing when you're ready. You can tuck under your toes, and you can uncurl very, very slowly. Lovely. When you're up standing, coming to the front of your mat. Give me for just 1 sec. Sorry, I had a little frog in my throat there. All right, so starting at the front of your mat. Bringing the palms of your hands to your heart center and the Hatha chakra. Closing the eyes, and again, just checking in. Are you needing a gentle version, a medium version, a strong version? And I'll go through all 3 of those for you. We'll be doing 3 rounds this evening. You can do them in that sequence, or you can do them in whichever way, whichever order that you feel comfortable with. As you ground down, feel the weight sinking down into the earth. Feel that you grounded, stable, and centered. And as you inhale, you draw the arms forwards and up. Exhaling into Uttanasana, your forward bend. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that you can reach the ground comfortably. Inhale, step your right leg back, opening up the chest. If you can, you hold the breath as you step the left leg back, and as you exhale, you'll do the gentle version, knees to the mat, buttocks to the heels, releasing back into your child's pose. Inhale into your calf stretch. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent and get spine long if that's what you need to do. Inhale, step your right leg forward. If it doesn't get there in one go, help it forward with your right hand. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Use a nice strong squat to come out of it. Protect the back. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling, hands back to the heart center. Other side, inhaling, reaching the arms forward and up. Exhaling, exhaling, forward and down. Inhale, your left leg steps back, opening up your chest. Pause and hold breath if you can as you step the right leg back. Exhale into a child's pose. Nice gentle version. Inhale into a cat stretch. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, let your left leg step through. Exhale, let your right leg follow. Inhaling, using a squat to come all the way up. Exhaling, hands to Anjali Mudra. Take a breath here. Notice how you feel. Is that strong enough? Do you need a stronger version to work with? Listen. Take note. You're welcome to do that sequence again, or you can adapt with the classic version. Inhaling as you reach the arms forwards and up. Exhaling forwards and down. Inhale, step your right leg back. Pausing, holding the breath as your left leg goes back. Exhaling at Ashtanga Namaskar, your little caterpillar. Inhale into your cobra. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Inhaling, stepping your right leg through. Exhaling, you let your left leg follow. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, hands to your heart center. Same thing, other side. Inhaling, drawing the arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, your left leg steps back, opening up the chest. Pausing, right leg steps back. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar. Lovely. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, your left leg steps through. Exhaling, your right follows. Inhaling as you reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Again, take a breath here. Check in, notice how you feel. Notice the breath. Do you need an easier version? Are you happy with this level? And we do one last round. On the inhalation, make sure the legs are firmly grounded and rooted. As you exhale, bring yourself forwards into Uttanasana, your forward. Inhale a nice big step back as you open up into Ashvasanchalasana. Ashtanga Dandasana, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana. Inhale, Ashvasanchalasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, use Uttkadasana to come up nice, strong thighs. Exhaling, hands, turn Jali Mudra. Same thing, other side, last time, breathing. Exhaling slowly down. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Let the breath guide you through your postures. Making sure that the body is nicely aligned, so it's feeling safe. Remembering that when you come up and up, using a squat, so those eyes are working. Exhaling hands to the heart center. Good. And then just standing in Samasati, your pose of attention for a moment. Holding it here, breathing comfortably. There we go. Right, lovely. I see that. Will and Nicolette have joined us. Welcome, guys. Super. Observing the breath after those 3 rounds. That was the Surya Namaskar, really a lovely way to work with your physical body, especially in the mornings, getting it working and opening and moving and grooving. The next layer that we talked about is the pranamaya koshas, so the energy body. And to do that, breathing practices are really helpful. And I thought we'd play around with 3. So starting off with the wood chopper, we'll do 3 rounds of the wood chopper. Knees are nicely bent. We're going to interlock the fingers. You can release the index fingers. Maybe I'll do it a little bit at a side angle pose. And then from there, as you inhale, you're drawing the arms up. Exhale, release the breath as you come down. Inhale as you bend your knees, come up strongly, safely. Exhale, release the breath. Once more. Inhaling, coming all the way up. And just stay down and release the hands and let them swing back and forth. Inhaling as you uncurl, coming up slowly. And sit. Again, notice how you feel. All right, so that is, again, a nice breathing practice to clear the energy, to clear the air. What we're going to be doing now is kind of building the energy a little. So we're going to do the R breath. And if you feel that you want to do it with a balance, you can lift up on the inhalation onto your toes and exhale, coming back down. So again, we'll do 3 and I'll do one of each. When you're ready, on an inhalation, you're going to be drawing the arms forwards and up. On the exhalation, release the arms down to the sides. Inhaling as you come up, you might want to lift up onto your toes. Nice small breathing in. And release. Standing comfortably for a moment, observe your breath. Notice it as it flows in, notice it as it flows out. Picking up if you can feel any sensations within. So sometimes there's a little bit of a tingling sensation, a little bit of a vibration you can feel. Maybe there's a change in temperature, maybe the body is feeling a little warmer. So those are usually indications that kind of the prana, the energy is flowing within the body. When the prana is kind of stuck and heavy, that's when we then feel like, we've got indigestion or we struggle with digesting our food. We're feeling lethargic. We don't have energy to do anything. We feel unmotivated. So just doing a couple of breathing practices really just helps to shift that energy around. All right, so the next practice we're going to do is we're going to come down seated. So make sure that you've got a comfortable block to sit on. I'm just going to close the door here so that we don't get disturbed. And as we settle into it, make sure you've also got your journal or a pen and paper handy. If you if you weren't here at the beginning of the session, maybe just quickly pop out to go grab pen and paper, because we're going to take it into a little bit of a journaling practice after we've done our centering. I'm just going to come close to the screen so that you can hear me a little better. All right. So we're going to take it into Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breath. You're all familiar with the practice, so I'm not going to spend too much time explaining it or going through it, because I want to take it a little bit deeper in the next round. So your left hand can be in Chin Mudra on your lap. Your right hand, you can bring your index finger and middle finger into the palm of your hand, manipulating the breath with your thumb and your ring finger. All right. So when you're ready, getting the position right, maybe just take a couple of breaths in and out without manipulating the breath just yet. So we're just preparing, we're getting ready. And then when you feel that the time is right, you're going to kind of block the right nostril and inhale through the left. And gently block the left and exhale out through the right. Then inhale through the right. You can block the right and exhale out through the left. And that is one round. So we inhale through the left. We exhale through the right. We inhale through the right. We exhale through the left. That's the second round. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. And then out through the left. Now continue in your own time, breathing to your rhythm, your rate. You can always start with an inhalation through the left nostril if at any point in time you get lost or you get stuck or you lose track of where you are. And if your right arm gets tired, just switch over and work with the left. It's really not a train smash. You want to make sure that the practice is comfortable and easy. Balancing the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. So what I'm wanting to achieve with this practice is that we're working with the pranamaya kosha, the energy body, and we're slowly accessing, moving into the manamaya kosha, the mental body. We're having to use focus and our attention so that we're not distracted, not getting sidetracked. And if you find that this practice is already needing quite a lot of brain power to keep it going and to kind of keep it working smoothly and correctly, then stick with it. If you're really familiar with this practice and you would just like to go a little bit further and really start to use the mental sheath as well, is you're going to start working with the breath retention after the exhalation. And if you're getting comfortable with doing a breath retention and the 3 bandhas on the exhalation, you're going to do it with the inhalation as well. So we're going to do one more round just like this, and then I'll talk you through a round for those who want to go further. All right. When you're ready, on the inhalation, inhaling through the left nostril, blocking the left, exhaling out through the right. At the end of your exhalation, work with Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, draw the chin into the throat, Jalandhara Bandha, 3 bandhas. When you need to inhale, release the bandhas, inhale through the right. And then exhale through the left. At the end of your exhalation, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, the 3 locks, perineum, abdomen, chin. When you need to inhale, release the 3 locks, inhaling. We'll do that again, exhaling out through the right. Your 3 locks. When you need to inhale, release the locks, inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. 3 locks again. And you continue this way. If you're feeling very comfortable with this practice and you would like to work with the locks at the end of your inhalation, you can do it as well. You just work with Mula Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. You don't do the abdominal lock. So for those who would like to try, we're going to inhale through the left. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Hold the breath for as long as feels comfortable. Release the bandhas, exhale out through the right. Then at the end of the exhalation, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. When you're ready, inhaling through the right. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, hold. When you need to release, release. Exhale out through the left. Work with your 3 bandhas after your exhalation. And then inhale through the left again, and that is 1 round. So any 3 of those options you're welcome to do. Choose which one you would like to do for 1 more round. Just notice how focused the mind has to be with the practice. So it might be something new that you're learning, something different that you're doing, something a little bit more challenging. There's absolutely no rush to complete, but when you've ended with an exhalation out through the left nostril, you can release your hands. You can just sit comfortably for a moment, noticing, observing how you feel. using our pranayama practice with deep focus, deep concentration to activate and to nourish that Manomaya kosha. In the chat, we were talking about practices that balance as well as stimulate that layer. That's a little practice that kind of incorporates both. Let's see if we can slip straight into the intuitive sheath. And this is where you'll want to grab your journal or your piece of paper and pen. You can have your eyes open or closed, and you can write or draw, a combination of the two. It really doesn't matter. I'm just going to be saying a couple of words, and you write or draw whatever comes to mind intuitively. So you're not going to judge yourself or analyze anything. Just going to let what comes out, and you can do it with eyes open, eyes closed, as you see fit. There's no wrong way. As you sit there and you're in that lovely space of stillness, you're going deeper within, allowing your intuitive layer to come forth. Notice or write down or draw whatever comes to mind when I say the word sun. Sun. The sun in the sky. And take a moment to write or draw. And then let it go. What comes up with the word moon? Again, write or draw, or a combination of the two. What comes up with the word moon? Let it go. And what comes up when I say the word warm? Warm. Or just warm. And then let it go. And what comes up when I say the word cool or coolness? What comes to mind? What image comes to mind? What words come to mind when I say the word cool or coolness? And then again, release that image. And then what comes to mind when I say happy? What comes to mind when I say happy? And then let that image go. Notice what image comes up when I say sad. What words or image arise when I say sad? And again, let it go. And notice what comes up when I say the word healthy. What comes up when I say the word healthy? Again, image, words, sentences. And again, let it go. And this time, what comes up when I say the word unhealthy? What happens with the word unhealthy? Let's do one last set before we go into the final part of our lesson. What comes up when I say connection? Connection. What images, words, or feelings come up when I say connection? And again, let it go. And then for the very last one, what comes up when I say the word lonely? What arises for you in your intuitive layer when I say the word lonely? And then when you're ready, just let that word go. You can place the journal to the side or your paper to the side for a moment. Just notice how that practice made you feel. Just noticing a word or an image that stands out for you this evening without judgment. Again, there is no negative and there's no positive. They're all just what they are. There's positive in each. There's a negative in each. One is just mirroring the other. And then when you're ready, come and lie on your back. Let's take ourselves into Yoga Nidra. Nice relaxation. So without disturbing the body too much, maybe just grab a blanket if you need. If you'd like an eye bag or a bolster. If you want to dim your lights, you can do that. Whatever feels right. As you make yourself comfortable for your Yoga Nidra practice, start to release a little. So if that means you need to lull the head a little from side to side, do so. And bring the head back to the center. Make tight fists of the hands, reach your hands down towards your feet, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax and release, soft arms, soft hands, relaxed fingers. Flex the feet, tighten the thighs, tighten the buttocks, squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And then as you exhale, relax and release. Inhale deeply, allow your whole being, your whole body to expand. Exhaling, letting go. Again, inhaling, feeling that lovely sense of expansion. Exhaling, letting go. Once more, inhaling, allowing that belly to rise, the body to expand. Beneath you, sigh the air out, letting go. Allow your whole physical being to relax completely. With each exhalation, you're relaxing your face and your head, the throat and your neck. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, and each of the fingers. Relaxing your spine and the full length of your back. Relaxing the chest and the abdomen. Relaxing the pelvis and the hips. Relaxing the legs, the knees, your ankles, feet, and each of your toes. Allow your whole body to be completely relaxed. Allow your whole body to settle, to feel gentle and soft. In the state as you rest there, as you lie there, notice your physical being resting on the mat, the parts of your body that are in contact with the ground. Notice how the physical body feels. Does it feel a little more open, softer, a little bit more at ease? And allow your whole physical body to relax. Any last little bit of tension, wherever it may be, hiding, situated, feel that you can relax. So you may just have to remind yourself to relax your jaw, or maybe to relax the chest or the abdomen, or maybe to relax that big toe or a knee. What do you need to draw attention to relax a little bit more? And draw the attention into the pranic layer, the energy within you, noticing the breath as it flows in and out with ease. Feels as if the whole body is gently expanding with the inhalations and contracting with the exhalations. And the prana, the life force, is flowing through all the sheaths, all the layers of your being, from the physical, through the energetic, through the mental, through the intuitive, into that blissful state, the blissful sheath. Tapping into consciousness, into the spirit or your soul, weaving in and out through all the layers with ease. Feel how the breath moves on an inhalation from consciousness to your physical body, and from the physical body all the way back in to that inner sense of you. Your inner soul, the spirit. Inhaling, expanding from the subtle to the gross. Exhaling from the gross to the subtle. Continue with that practice for a little longer. You might be moving through the words or the images from earlier, the sun and the moon. Again, one just a reflection of the other, neither negative, neither positive. They're just a state. Warmth and coolness. Again, we need both of them. Happy and sad. If we never experience sadness, we won't understand true happiness. Nothing wrong with being sad and being quiet and contemplative. Healthy and unhealthy. Again, making sure that there's balance in our life. Is there anything that is truly unhealthy, or is it just our perception of it? Loneliness versus connection. Sometimes to go inwards, to have that introspection, we need a sense of loneliness. We need alone time. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's just our perception of the word. Again, stay in this lovely, still, quiet space for just 1 more minute. Breathing in and out through those 5 sheaths, those 5 layers, the Koshas. Breathing them in and out of your awareness. And then slowly release your focus, release the attention of that practice. And draw your awareness to your heart center and begin to breathe a little more deeply, noticing the rise and the fall of the chest. Then allow the thumbs to move along your fingertips, waking up your hands and wiggle your toes, waking up your feet. When you're ready, you can stretch your arms out behind you. Yawning if you want to, stretching diagonally through the body, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, arms one way, legs the other. Take a nice deep breath in and then let it go. And when you're ready, bring your knees to your chest, give them a good squeeze. If you need to rock a little from side to side, go ahead and do so. Eventually you just roll all the way onto your right side. When you're ready, place your left hand in front of your chest, push all the way up into a seated position. You can keep the eyes closed, making sure that you're sitting nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed, your physical body comfortable. Take 3 smooth deep breaths in and out here, and if you enjoy doing your 3 ums, you can do them now. Otherwise, just think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. And after you've completed that practice, you can bring the hands to your heart center. Take a moment to bow your head. Acknowledge the amazing, awesome, fabulous being that you are. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can lift your gaze again when it feels comfortable. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for being here. And hopefully those 5 koshas are being beautifully nourished and restored. So let's